Kamala Harris recently did
Uh-oh.
an don't you get extra on me, Carrie.
Uh-oh.
Kamala Harris recently did an interview with the National Association of Black Journalists, in which they called me in order to react to on Fox News today. Um, but I want to get to a specific point because this is a fairly 40 something minute long rambling. I'm gonna see if I can get to a specific point where she was talking because they asked her about black men and how they felt about Trump.
Security and Palestinians an equal.
All right, not that
A
part.
deal done. Support the need for Palestinians.
The commission to study the history of U.S. slavery and study the issue of reparations. She introduced H.R. 40 every session of Congress, taking up the mantle from Congressman John Conyers. This is a bill that you have co-sponsored as a U.S. Senator. Yet, this has, despite the fact that this has been, similar commissions have been created on the state level and on the local level, is yet to pass in Congress, let alone come out of committee. Congresswoman Jackson Lee, Congresswoman Barbara Lee, and other advocates have called for President Biden to take executive action to create this commission. Would
They talking about reparations for black people. All right.
you, as president, take executive action to create this commission, or do you believe that it should happen in Congress?
Well, first of all, as you mentioned, Sheila Jackson Lee, she was an extraordinary leader who we just recently lost, and she was a friend and a real champion for so many issues. So I feel compelled to say that about her. On the issue of what we need to do going forward, look, first of all, we just need to speak truth about history, in spite of the fact that some people would try and erase history and try and teach our children otherwise. We need to speak truth about the generational impact of our history in terms of the generational impact of slavery, the generational impact of redlining, of Jim Crow law. I could go on and on and on. These are facts that have had impact. And we need to speak truth about it. And we need to speak truth about it in a way that is about deriving solutions. And frankly, I think that we, and part of that is studying it to figure out exactly what we need to do. But part of what we can do right now is, for example, what I'm talking about in terms of building an opportunity economy.
What?
Okay, so basically what
Man,
she said.
cancel this hoe, man. What?
Hold on, Slimmy. Let me give you the clip notes. So
Oh my
basically what she
God.
said.
Yeah, Gary, he extra. You ain't seen Slimmy. We apologize.
Basically what she's saying.
No, that was totally appropriate.
Well, listen, what she's saying, long story short, I'm gonna give y'all the cliff notes because she do a lot of word salading. Is she goes on to promote, well, here, I'll play a little bit more and then I'll give y'all the cliff notes. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Addressing explicitly, and we need to speak truth about it. And we need to speak truth about it in a way that is about deriving solutions. And frankly, I think that we, and part of that is studying it to figure out exactly what we need to do. But part of what we can do right now is, for example, what I'm talking about in terms of building an opportunity economy, which is addressing explicitly the obstacles that historically and currently exist and dealing with them: student loan debt, medical debt, bias in home appraisals.
So she just basically said, listen, she promoted her opportunity economy that don't have shit to do with reparations, which I'm not even a reparations advocate, but I thought that it was an interesting question because they then go on to ask a question about black men and how they align with Trump. And she basically was like, hey, let's just talk about it. We just need to acknowledge it and maybe study a little bit more. All right. So what are y'all thoughts on this?
Man, cancel this hoe, man. Cancel this hoe, man. Like, dead ass. I'm not joking.
Why you want to cancel this hoe?
If you vote for her, you are a plumb motherfucking fool, man. And I don't even get into this shit, man. I don't care about politics, but I've never, ever in my life, and I've been able to vote for what, like 20 plus years. So never in my life have I seen somebody whose unequipped to lead as this. This woman just dodged. She dodges every question. She's a professional question dodger. She escaped. Like, this is what she do. She don't know how
Never
to
in your
answer a
life
question. I've
has
never seen this before.
never in your life has a Democratic nominee been that by default.
But never did what? Say it
No,
one more
yeah,
time.
never. You
Never
know,
been a
exactly.
Democratic nominee by
You right.
default. She wasn't. No one voted for her.
Yeah, that's true.
This is insane.
What do
So
you
this is
think
what
about it,
you get.
Carrie?
This is what you get when the people don't vote for you. This is what it looks like.
Carrie, what
Um,
would you like? What do you think about her answer? Because
okay.
you was a little animated also.
Because I'm the type of person, my father taught me, when you ask a question, when you ask for a letter question, you need to get a letter answer. When you ask for a number question, you need to get a number answer. So for me, all the times that I hear her dodging these questions, it's so laughable because it's so easy to come right back at her and just shut it down. Like, no, you didn't answer my question. Are you going to create the committee? Yes or no? You know what I'm saying? So for me, I can't believe that there's so, I'm trying not to like undervalue the intellect of the people who are interviewing her, but it
Mhm.
almost, you almost have to, or you have to believe that they're afraid to come back at her. Like, I don't understand it. And I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, I really don't think she wants this position. I don't. I really don't. And until I listened to that lady you had on one of your clips today, Anton, where she said, I feel bad for her. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't feel bad for her. But listening to this, I'm starting to feel bad for Kamala. I'm starting to feel bad because I think that she really does not know what to say.
No way that you
I
actually
really,
feeling
Man,
bad for her.
that's
I,
her fault.
No way that
I'm
you
not,
actually feeling bad for her.
I don't really feel bad for her like that, but
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
it seems like they have just kind of listen, smile, laugh, they like your laugh, and focus on your opportunity economy, focus on this, focus on that. Like, that's all you need to do. And more people are coming at her in different ways, and she's just like, the opportunity, like, it's hard to watch at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
no,
hard
no,
to watch.
don't feel bad for nobody. Cause this is what these motherfuckers wanted. This is what they wanted.
Who? No, I don't
Period.
think. I
No,
I
no, this is what they wanted. There is so many, man. I don't know if you've been watching, but it's so many women that just be on IG. Every little thing that you could post about Cam is on they motherfucking IG. You can't feel sorry for this motherfucker, man. Cause she taking this shit with stride. She's moving with this shit. And she continues to be programmed. She could literally break out that program and then just be like, hey, look, I ain't doing shit for black folks. Like she said before. What she already did. She's on record saying that. Period. She can say it now. Say it. That's how you really feel. You're not black. You still going with these narratives. And in this interview, she herself said she was black. So she's not really being exactly how
did she
she
claim
should
black?
she's yeah, she
Did she?
said in this
Because I
interview.
never.
She said she's
Oh,
black.
that's like the first time I heard her ever claim
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Oh
Not
yeah.
in this
Yeah,
interview, Slimmy.
I didn't think I heard it.
I
Not this
don't
one.
she when she start talking about them black dudes,
Mm-mm.
Yep.
aren't they
She said,
going then
I'm
you
black.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
She
she
did just say
said I'm
I'm
black.
black.
Play it, Anton. She gonna say
What
it.
And she
part?
touched herself like this. It's on.
Ask
It's
her
on.
ask that next
On
question.
this wait. Give me a second. On this interview?
It
Yes.
was on your. It was
Yes.
on yours because I saw it when
Yeah,
when Mika
it was
posted
on
it.
yours.
Yeah,
On my
whatever
what?
She
part that
says
showed on yours.
on this next segment when they ask her about the black men. When they ask her about the black men, she eventually goes on to say, I'm black. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me play it. Give me a
What we
second. Let me
need to
get it.
blackly resist her pregnancy. All of
Should happen through executive order or via Congress.
I think ultimately on the page, but then I hear people.
We've seen school closures,
Yeah.
parents worried about their kids leaving the home because of racist conspiracy theories. And is this mitigated by any rational action, or is this a situation?
I'm gonna see if I can find it. Give me a
Sources.
second.
Hold on. Why that nigga got that afro like that, man? Why that nigga got that afro
I'm
like that
a
on
fast forward to
stage, man?
try to get the part where she said.
Jesus, boy.
But that's how she sounds.
Responsible for
That's
most
exactly how she
homicides
sounds.
and violent crime. The most
Yeah,
recent
exactly,
FBI data
Carrie.
You
shows
said what, Carrie?
While you were fast forwarding it, that's like how she sounds to me.
Yep,
Yeah,
were
glitching.
involved in 59%.
She sound like she
So a
glitching.
lot of human gun safety laws. Just
Sick
want
of
to
this
know.
hoe,
And
man.
respectfully, we
I'm
myself,
sick of her, man.
including that down approach
Oh
found
God,
in
thinking of
that is not
unreal.
into law has heard more of a violent faith. Let
And your opponent and Republicans
What was
have
that face
at
you
times
made?
weaponized you laughing in campaign ads, for example. Why is joy important to you?
Okay,
to
let me see if I
insert
can
into the-
rewind it. Give
But
me a
in the
second.
way that we send weapons,
Yeah,
in the way that we
it's when she
interact
talk
as
about the
their
black
ally,
men,
are there
the Trump
specific
shit.
policy changes?
Well, Eugene, for example, one of the things
Give me a
that we have
second.
done that
I gotta
encourage
find it. You gotta give me a second.
anybody to go through those
Just play your
obstacles.
interview. Play your
Worked
segment.
against your credit on a
What's in
partner
your
Hold on.
segment?
Hold on.
and policy
All right.
available,
I gotta
deal and a two-state solution as
and it has to end as soon as possible. That not a gun. Ability and is, but absolutely
That would help this along, because you've gotten a lot of credit for emphasizing the humanity of Palestinians. But what I often hear from folks is that
the Prime Minister let me support and
bill, one of a few, was H.R. 40, which would create a commission to study the history of U.S. slavery and study the issue of reparations.
Maybe I need to rewind it. Hold on.
we have to do, yes. Country. So my opportunity to build, I'm just going
to one part of
Yeah.
an ecosystem.
Right.
Please tell us.
not only and
I gotta
and
find
be
it.
able to meet all.
I can't find it.
Saying that I think it's very important to not
I think this is
operate
it right here.
from the assumption that black men are not
All right, so this is the part. I gotta go. I'm
into
gonna go to the
affordable
question.
child care.
Vice President, black men, as you know, are a closely watched voting bloc. You've hosted black men at your residence.
Yep.
You have engaged black men and centered them in your economic opportunity tour. But polling shows that some black men, particularly young black men, are considering voting for Donald Trump, and they see him as better for the economy. What is your message to young black male voters who feel left out of this economy, and how can your economic policies materially change their lives?
So I appreciate the spirit of the question, but I'll tell you, I've often been asked this question in a way that I've had to respond by first saying that I think it's very important to not operate from the assumption that black men are in anybody's pocket. Black men are like any other voting group. You gotta earn their vote. So I'm working to earn the vote. Not assuming I'm going to have it because I am black, but because
All right,
the
okay, I got you.
policies
See?
and
Yeah,
the
there it is.
Got you. I got you.
Yep.
All right, I got you.
That's like the first time I ever heard her say that.
I got you.
She only said it because she had the
National
whatever this is.
Association of Black Journalists.
Yeah. That's the only reason she said it.
They won't say it on a debate stage with 51 million people of others watching too.
Shit is insane. She would not say that shit at the presidential debate. She wouldn't say that shit on that whatever that was where she was failing to answer questions again with that white
I don't,
dude.
I don't blame her. Fuck y'all.
Hell no. She
Fuck
want to get
y'all.
them motherfucking votes from everybody.
Yeah,
But
fuck
now
y'all.
she gonna capitalize.
When is the VP debate with Vance and old Walt's buddy?
I think October 6th or something. If I'm not mistaken, I
That's-
don't know exactly.
That shit, man.
That shit gonna be lit.
JD, no, it ain't. This is gonna be a slaughter.
It is. That's what's gonna make it so
Dude,
lit.
that nigga JD takes all the smoke.
And he got a comeback for everything. It seems like.
Everything. He that annoying white dude like, nigga, you just keep talking, but he be having substance.
Yeah, JD is he a different beast. I would be if I'm Tim
Walls
Walls,
is
I wouldn't want to
years
do
older
it.
than he is, ain't he?
Listen, I seen Walls answer. He couldn't even answer a question for when he was sitting next to Kamala Harris. JD
I got
Vance
a
is a
question
different
though.
monster.
I got a question though. How did the Democrats they've been pulling this wool over people's eyes for so long. How do they not have good candidates? Why they got to keep
Why
pulling
do
the
they need
wool
good
over people's
candidates?
eyes? Why do they got to keep pulling the wool over people's eyes? Why can't they just have good
Because it
candidates?
worked.
People that know what the fuck they doing. Why is it that
Why would you do
why is
that?
that whole joint
Because
full of
the
imbeciles?
goal isn't to actually fix anything. The goal is to stay in power and to make sure that you and your friends can stay in power. That's the goal.
And to run it up while you can.
The goal ain't to fix y'all. What do you mean they need good candidates? Good candidates to do what? To fix the problems that they create for us? Democrats create problems so that they can fix them. And listen, Slimmy, they left the borders open.